Well, good morning again. Got a nice hot cup of coffee, courtesy of the hotel. Just checked out of my room for the night, and now we are going to head for the Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. I've got, well, you can see, 198 miles and 3-hour trip ahead of me. Arrive there probably around 1 o'clock, assuming I have no stops. We'll see about that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. One side note, my video from yesterday of exploring Tulip Trestle and the tunnel got corrupted overnight. As I was trying to download and edit those, I could not. So I'm going to be messing with that. That video might come out after this one just because of me messing around with it. So stuff might be a little out of order, but just thought I would give an update on that. Alright, I'm going to hit the road, and I will see you, as always, up ahead. Can't help but to record just a little bit as I'm passing through Kentucky. The way the leaves are starting to change, finding these roads with all the hills and the road being carved through the rock in the mountains is really pretty. It's just, yeah, something I want to capture, something I want to remember. Because I'm planning for my vacations next year. I don't know where I'm going to go, but it's going to be somewhere different than Tennessee or Michigan. So who knows when I'll get to come back through here again. I want to capture and remember as much as I can. As you go up and down these hills, feel your ears popping a little bit as they adjust to the altitude, I presume. I think the last time that I was down here Gatlinburg, I was a child still, I don't know, maybe 13 or 14, so it's been quite a while, a number of years. Excited to get back down here and explore this place as an adult. That's a very pretty hill over there with all those trees just starting to turn colors like that. Very pretty. Just crossed the border into Tennessee, and you can definitely tell the terrain is getting a lot hillier. Some very impressive mountains that I just drove through. There's like towns and stuff off to the side down there. Traffic coming up ahead. Just slow down a little bit. This is really cool. I don't remember hardly any of this from when I was a kid. I don't even remember if this is the route we took. Oh man. I don't know if you can see down in there into that valley. Some very pretty houses and stuff down there. What I wouldn't give to eventually be able to afford a property here and up in Michigan. Spent 6 months in Tennessee during the winter months, and then 6 months up in Michigan during the summer. Something like that. Well, if I had to choose just one, gotta take your time. So as I'm driving these roads, I'm trying to put myself in the mindset of what it would have been like back in the day to be a prisoner coming for your stay here. What little history I've read of this place. This was Brushy Stay Mountain was built in 1897. Was, excuse me, formerly a maximum security prison for the state of Tennessee. So you had the absolute worst of the worst type of people here. You know, people who were oftentimes, when they were on the road here, they were not going to get back out again. So I wonder what it felt like for anybody who was in there for like a non-violent crime or not a lifetime stay or whatever. I wonder how it felt. Or for anybody, really, for that matter, to be coming down these roads knowing you might never come back out. It'd be kind of an eerie feeling. Ooh, railroad tracks right there. I wonder how often trains pass by on that. We're getting close now. Within 17 miles. About a half hour left according to the map, so nearly there. Pretty sure I see the prison just up there. Only 3/4 of a mile away now. They've got construction on this road here leading up to it. Luckily I haven't seen much, if any, traffic coming up here, so either everyone's already here or it looks pretty busy. Yeah, look, that's
left.
That's cool. Pick back up in a minute. I am going to prison. Security cameras in use. Yeah. Enter at your own risk. This is pretty cool. Find a parking space and we'll get out and take a look around. We're here. Definitely see why they built this place here. The mountains provide a good buffer. You don't really have to probably build all that much for prison walls. People just trapped in by the mountain up there. Got a legit distillery here, making moonshine. If you come to visit here, keep in mind if you don't pre-purchase a ticket online, you will have to visit the gift shop, purchase your ticket. It costed me $21 for one person. And I think I would have to stop in there on the way back, grab a bite to eat from that cafeteria, and grab me a bottle of that moonshine. I'm not a huge drinker, but it'd be nice to have something to toast with at the cabin tomorrow. smells musty and stale in here. This is a holding cell. What the hell? What a heck of a lot of room in there is there? So put my head in here real quick. Museum first. Directly across the way here. That's interesting.
Okay, we'll go to where Mom and Daddy are here.
Yeah, for sure.
Boutique, over here.
faces drawn by the prisoners. Escape ladder used by James Earl Ray in his attempt to escape. It's ingenious. See what's down here. This is the hole. Let's take a look at this is. How depressing it would be to be just be locked up down here. Tied by their thumbs to pulley cords hanging from the ceiling's toes barely touching for up to 30 minutes. Went on until 1905 until it was deemed inhumane by state senate. To his nuts. Imagine being trapped in one of these. The psychological torture. Check out the gymnasium next. Here's the yard. You can see how they constructed the prison using the natural stone of the mountain to kind of one major portion of the wall. And I think right back there is where the prisoners attempted to escape, where the rock meets the wall there.
I figured somebody would have called me if there was. I was going to call you when I left the mountains later on.
I wonder what this used to be. Some type of pillars here, like if there was maybe a walkway going up to there. I can't tell what was up there. This place is huge, and it seems like you're just allowed to pretty much kind of open explore. I don't see a whole lot of people back this way. No, I hear them. Keep going. I get in trouble. I was just reading a sign that said I was correct about where that prisoner attempted to jump the wall. The sign said he did not make it very far. And I can imagine this is some pretty harsh looking terrain, and as soon as people would find out that the prisoners escaped, they sent a hunting party out after him and caught him very quickly. That looks like maybe more cell blocks, but they look pretty locked up. This is cool though. See that vegetation there starting to grow on top of this building? I wonder if this is solitary or just where people could go if they were too dangerous to get some fresh air, maybe. Instead of letting them loose out into the yard, you'd let them in there where at least they can get some air, but they don't have access to anybody else. Purely speculation though, but we'll find out when we go in there probably. So one other interesting thing that I did not know was that prisoners were kind of forced to work in the coal mines here. I'm not exactly sure where the coal mines are in relation to this place. I don't see any obvious pathways up yet anyways, but yeah, they would be forced, if you could see that sign earlier, to work 12-hour shifts in the dark in the coal mines, which, I mean, I have my opinions on that. I won't express them right now. Maybe we'll save that later for like a recap portion. Just keep moving on for right now. These look maybe like more holding cells. Or some sort of a common area, perhaps. The industrialness of this place is also pretty cool. You can tell it's not been like modernized all that much. This is still probably, oh, I'm not good at judging the times of construction, but I'd have to say 50s at least, or at latest. If somebody knows better, they'll correct me, obviously. Continue this way for the moment. It looks like you pop out over there where I just was. Circle through this building and then go up into the yard. Oh, here we go. Shower room. soaking in the environment here. Okay.
This is called the death trap. This is called the death trap. It says known to insiders as the street. The walk wasn't just a passageway, but a potential death trap too. On several brutal occasions, men pushed fellow inmates to their deaths over the railing. In one famous incident, a Memphis gang member turned inmate met his fate up on the walk on Free Walk, when two men grabbed him from behind and stabbed him in the neck. When he was quickly tossed over the rail, he landed on two guards standing below. It was violent after the incident and an intimidating message not only to fellow prisoners, but prison staff too. Afterwards, floors, ceiling, cage walls were erected. So these were all not here.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
This is something else, dude. See how far up we can go. This is just another row of cell blocks. Go up instead. This being your view. You can see all that beautiful mountains out there, but you can never get to it. The cells look pretty much the same. Two bunks, a sink and a toilet, a little desk area, and some shelving. Cafeteria. However, he tried. I wonder if these are murals painted by the prisoners in the cafeteria or just professionally done. And look, you can see it's starting to peel off of the concrete walls back here. This looks like the kitchen. So looks like this is where you would come to get your food. If anybody ever got killed here, waiting in line for food. So people were killed right there. So weird to think about me standing here years later where people were chopped up.
Yeah, non-contact. Yes, he said the other ones let them have a kiss before he started kissing and hug. But this must be what I can't. Right, they're so bad that they're not allowed to have. But I know it wasn't very sweet to see the glass, right?
No, this would be where the guards were. They would keep their rifles out there for a minute.
That's the cafeteria. So they were out here and they watched them because that's probably where most violent acts happen, right? Like, you know, because they're free out there and like, you know.
There's more cell blocks here, opposite the visitation room. I came from that way originally. It's thick metal. heater here. Yeah, over here. That's what I thought.
Officers and civil inmates to ask questions.
Oh, but maybe I wanted to investigate for the paranormal. What are you doing?
Back out here. Head up to the yard now. Yeah, if you were imprisoned here, this yard would make freedom seem so tantalizingly close and yet so far away. Looks like restrooms in that building. Obviously, with a big white sign. And here's the other one I was talking about, where the prisoner attempted to escape. Some type of a theater here. I think they do concerts and like stuff here. It's like actual public events. That must be why this is here. Yeah, you can see where the prison wall just comes up against the mountain here. Water tanks up there. Presumably water tanks, or maybe that's where mining took place. I'm really not sure. I'm guessing those are water tanks only because the pressure would flow downhill. But who knows if that's correct or not. I'm imagining some of this stuff was later added in, like this chain link and these what look to be lights here. It was rainy and cold out here just a little bit ago. Now with the sun coming out, it's actually getting kind of warm. I think we are about coming to the end of this tour, but we'll see. Just want to get a close-up of one of these guard stations. I don't know what this was. Some sort of tower. This brickwork is impressive too. Keep back 10 feet. Okay. Really get a good view of the whole place from right up here at this top corner. Just to be honest with you, if I was to ever attempt to escape, this will probably be where from. I'm imagining the mining had to take place somewhere up in here, but I'm not really sure at all. Just gonna go see if we can get in that building. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. That looks pretty closed up. Giant camera that are looking out. There must be more cells in here, but just probably not in a good enough shape where you can go see them, unfortunately. I don't know if anybody ever attempted to use these to get out. I guess not right here in plain view of the guard tower. Still gotta check out that screened in area right there. Forgot about that. And this was the exit to lead up to the mines, potentially. So maybe they went up this way? Like I was thinking.
all we could like, no fighting.
Freedom. I'm free. I would really like to know where that goes. If it was a little darker, or there was less people here, I'd take a chance and walk down here, but alright. We're gonna check out the restaurant now. And so walking around is making me pretty hungry. Let's see what they got to eat here. Well, picked myself up a bottle of butterscotch moonshine. Distilled right here, Brushy Mountain Distillery. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna save it for a video I'm planning to do tomorrow night when I get to my cabin that I rented around Gatlinburg. So I'm gonna have a little drink with the meal I'm planning. Oh, I might be tempted to crack it open tonight at the hotel room. We'll see. But yeah. Otherwise, this is a pretty cool place. Is a very cool place, actually. Not was, is. Credit to all the people who come in here and work to allow this to stay open for visitors. I'm sure this place provides a decent amount of jobs for the small town of Petros right outside of here. But if any workers, any people who even saw me today ever happen to come across this video, thank you for your efforts to maintain a historic place like this so that people from northern Indiana like me can come down here and enjoy it on our vacations. Much appreciated. So I did not see the path leading up that way. I'm gonna take a quick jaunt up there and see what's what. After I check out this building. So we're not quite done yet. somebody shot that out. Good. Definitely like bullet holes to me. Can you go in here? No, you can't. This hot water tank. Access to the guard stations look like it's been removed. I'd have to imagine that this is where the mining took place. I don't think I'm going to walk all the way up there, but yeah. So you know what? Let's go just a little ways. All right. It's about 3 hours here. Well, I'm not particularly pressed for time today, anyways. I'm not sure how far away my hotel is for the night, so I think I'm gonna get cracking up on out of here. But first, before we do that, we'll take a look at that butterscotch moonshine. And there it is. Looks good. One last look out at this place before we leave. These beautiful Tennessee mountains. All right, it's time to get up on out of here. It's starting to rain again, even though it's sunny right now. Excuse me. Last goodbye to the prison, and I can smell that food from here. It smells good, even though I just ate. Just imagine coming in here and this being where you spend the rest of your life. I'm glad that I don't have to do that. So, as the rain starts to fall, some final thoughts. In terms of what went on here, it certainly is astonishing the way prisoners were treated. And some of the practices, definitely I would agree, fall under inhumane treatment, cruel and unusual punishment, things like that. But I'm also, provided working conditions are fairly safe and, as safe as can be expected in mining, I'm not opposed to prisoners having to have jobs like this up here. I mean, some of these people just go to prison and then they sit there for the rest of their life, and now we saw it's a small cell, not exactly comfortable. They sit there for the rest of their life with meals every day, some kind of entertainment, free housing, all paid for by us taxpayer. So I'm not opposed to prisoners needing to have jobs and having to contribute back to society. That's not a problem to me at all, as long as it's done properly. And secondly, I don't necessarily think that the living conditions, like those small cells, are inappropriate. If you commit a crime, you've voluntarily surrendered a portion of your humanity anyways, and you're not necessarily entitled to the same rights as the rest of us. You have already proven, especially if you're a you're a thief or a murderer, you've already stolen somebody else's dignity or maybe even their life. Two of the most valuable possessions a person can ever have. So I don't think prisoners should be sitting in plush prison cells being taken care of the rest of their life. I mean, there's stories of convicts that go to prison for 10 years, 15 years, don't get any kind of help, which that's another thing. People should get help if they want it. But people go to prison, don't get any kind of help. They come back out, they're like, man, screw this. I don't want to live in the real world. This is too hard. So they commit another crime, go back in just so they can have a place to live and be taken care of. That's not right. They need to be, to the extent possible, reformed. And if that's not possible with some of the worst, yeah, make them work a little bit. Make them earn their keep. Not opposed to that at all. But anyways, that's just my thoughts. Feel free to agree or disagree, as long as we can do so intelligently and without calling each other names. That's just my take on this. And as always, if you made it this far into the video, thank you for coming along on this tour with me, and I will see you tomorrow for, well, maybe a couple of different videos. Alright, until then, peace everybody.